Paul here from Turner Hopkins Immigration Specialists, talking to you today about changes to the active investor visa category, which were announced only a couple of days ago by the New Zealand government. So what has changed? Well, it's a pretty significant change. The current investor category, which will be rolled out or replaced, I should say, on the 1st of April, is quite complex, a little bit bureaucratic and higher risk. So applicants who were interested in that category were kind of made to direct their funds into riskier investments, which from the government's perspective was a good thing to try and encourage more active investment. But what we saw was not a lot of applicants coming through. So these changes split the whole thing into two streams. There is a $5 million growth pathway or a $10 million balanced pathway. And that allows investors to choose whether they take the slightly riskier approach, which is direct investments and managed funds over a 3-year period, or they take the more conservative approach and invest $10 million into the balanced fund, which is listed equities, government bonds, and property development. So it does open up the field, I think, for a larger pool of investors to be interested, and we certainly think there'll be significant demand. The question I get, and we will be getting a lot of, is it easier? So does this new system make the process easier for an applicant? And overall, the answer would be absolutely. So the active investor visa, as we know it today, is very complex. There are complex rules in terms of when and where to invest. This new policy will streamline all of that, make it a lot faster, less requirements for applicants to spend time in New Zealand, no English language requirement, no age cap as far as we're aware, and a little bit more flexibility in what you invest in. And again, it allows people to decide on whether they want to take a riskier approach, which might be a faster pathway to permanent residence, or a more conservative approach, which will be a little bit slower. So the key differences are what you're investing in. So in the growth space, if you're looking to go down that pathway, $5 million or a reduced investment amount, but you're investing in things that do carry a higher risk. So that might be startup funds or startup businesses in New Zealand, managed funds. So the risk factor is higher. The returns also might be a little bit higher as well. The other side of the equation, the balanced category, allows you to invest in more vanilla products, things that carry less risk, but obviously have a lower return. So again, it's choosing which of those pathways suits you and what you're prepared to invest. But unlike the previous category, it gives the investor options, and that's really what we were looking for with this new policy. So if you're interested in the investment pathway to build a new life in New Zealand, my advice would be to start with an assessment of whether you qualify. And that isn't just about the visa eligibility, but it's also talking to a professional investment advisor, someone we can connect you with, to have a look at what options might suit you against what you might be able to bring into the country. The rules for this policy will be released in the next few weeks, but we don't see anything substantially different to what we already know. So having that assessment done, understanding your investment options will put you in the prime position to take advantage of this category when it rolls out on the 1st of April. And we expect immigration to get a lot of demand and hopefully process these applications with priority, but you want to be at the front of the queue. So if you're looking at investing in New Zealand as a visa pathway to living here permanently, then contact me today. I'd be happy to talk you through your options. We can set up a time to discuss your eligibility, and I can put you in touch with the right people to consider what your investment future might look like.